Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, February 8th, 2018 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I nurture what is needed. I know this is such a simple energy mantra, but it feels really important. Today, the sun moves from 19 degrees, which is that 10 energy, which is that of worth, to 20 degrees, which is that of nurturing. And that's what's feeling really important is like you really tuning in. What is needed in your life at this time? Nurture that energy. Nurture the vibration of that. Feed into that. Feed good thoughts, good feelings, love energy into that. And just notice the difference of what happens when you nurture it. Now, nurturing is not feeding in through it with worry or anything like that. Nurturing really is taking it and nourishing it with beautiful, loving, good thoughts. And again, notice what you do. It will shift your vibration and it will shift your status with whatever the thing is. A quick Lala update. There is no update. I posted it on my Facebook page. We have not seen her yet. This did happen 2.5 years ago, and she was out for 6 weeks. Lala gets very feral and crazy and scared when she gets outside. She goes from being like sweet lap cat to being like, I'm wild and everything is scary. So just so you know, I currently am nurturing the thought of snuggling with her again, cuddling with her, and knowing, as she's proved to me before, she can take care of herself, even though this can be like, woo, So that's what I'm going to be nurturing in part. There might be other stuff as well. So besides that going on, we have the moon shifting into Sagittarius. So we've got fire and air energy going on very strong. With fire and air, there can be a crackling. There can be an electrical surge going on. You may find yourself feeling a little bit spiky in energy. What we're building into is the moon connecting with Mars a little bit later in the evening. That connection between moon and Mars is always a very interesting one. If you are feeling aligned, this connection can feel so passionate. It can be such a beautiful push forward for you in your life. But if you are feeling not in your alignment, that connection between the moon and Mars can feel very cranky. It can feel like temper tantrum energy of, I'm not getting what I want, I'm tired of not getting what I want, I deserve to get what I want. It can feel like that. So just be aware of this energy coming in. Again, if you can nurture what it is that you need, if you can feed in whatever it needs to build in its physical manifestation, that's going to help. And just realize with this energy coming in, you can be responsible with your passion and show up for it in a passionate manner. Oh, it feels so good when I feel about this thing. It feels so good when I feel about cuddling with Lala, hearing her purr. Or I could be on the floor being like, I miss my cat. Be responsible with your passion. Be responsible with the yang energy moving in and through you. One of my favorite things that comes up over and over and over again, and I had a breakthrough with it today, is the word impeccability. I love impeccability, and you've heard me be impeccable with your word. You've heard me say be impeccable with your desires. That's one of my favorite quotes from Danielle Laporte. What I realized is that impeccability is deeply connected to the Aquarian process, because ultimately what we want through the Aquarian process is to come into our own, is to come into our authentic vibrational energy. We do this by being impeccable, and we do this by being impeccable with our passion. Our passion is directly soul connected. Now, it's not to say that sometimes our ego can't get intertwined, twisted, and turned in there. We get major lessons from that, and that's okay. But still, be impeccable with yourself. That's also part of this 8 energy where this moon and Mars are connected. 8 energy is responsibility. How are you going to respond? Can you respond in this impeccable manner? Impeccable you, I know you can do it. So this is up to you how you're going to respond to that. The other thing I want to mention is we still have Lilith hanging out with Saturn. Lilith hanging out with Saturn, again, echoes this reminder of impeccability. Lilith, one unto herself, responsible to herself, to her soul desire, to the drum that beat within her. And so with this, you're getting this nudge, again, to be true to yourself. It's one of those things. It's one of those things you just can't compromise. When you compromise yourself. You compromise your soul. You compromise your purpose. You compromise your path. Only you really know, and only you can really get into that energy. But I have it in the cards. Be impeccable with your steps on this path. And even when you go off the path, even when you go on detours, we all go on detours, that's okay. Keep coming back. Okay, what's true to me? And even through the detours, what's the good? What's the joy? What's the lesson in this? By compromising, or stopping the compromising, you're getting yourself out of jail, out of isolation, out of this place where you've gone into. Celebration, rebirth. The only lesson behind this is the patience that it takes on this cycle. Sometimes it takes us a little bit of time to unwind the cords of compromise that we have built, and maybe the other things that have come into play when we have compromised ourselves. But the more you do it, the more your heart will rejoice, and the more you step into your innocence, the innocence of your divine, beautiful soul. Again, patience in and through that. 1 week until this eclipse. These energies are intense. The transformation is intense. The rebirth that is going on is intense. And I just want to remind you, this major lesson between being impeccable with your vibration and all this transformation that's going on is to keep connecting to your heart. Connect to the truth, to the vulnerability of your heart. And that's not an easy thing, but it takes down those walls which are not authentic vibrations to you and are not. We may think that they're necessary, but they're truly not necessary. So we do that. Now, before my last card, I'm going to dive into this past life thing a little bit. I'm really, really excited about it. So what I'm going to be having is a private Facebook group. It is $55 initially. After a few days, it's going to go up to being $77. For an extra $22, you can get me to look at your chart and pull themes from your chart, past life themes, past life lessons, so you have things to focus on. There are going to be daily cards. I have guests coming in to feed you their past life experiences, knowledge, know-how. There are going to be exercises that we're going to do, and beyond that, I just think we're going to really dig into archetypes, stories, definitely some Atlantis stuff, some Lemuria stuff, possibly some Avalon stuff as well. It's going to be very cosmic, very dimensional, and I want to say why I'm doing this. Because I have found in my life, and this is not held by everybody, but this is what I've seen, that all of my stuff, like the heavy stuff that I have gone through, has always been connected to these past life karmic cards. Now, I don't believe that it is that truth for everybody, but even if that's not your truth, what I think this is going to also give us an opportunity to do is get into ancestral archetypes as well and start unwinding them. It's going to give us pings. Oh my gosh, I'm carrying this within me. I'm carrying the shadow of this within me. I'm carrying the light of this within me. I'm so excited. It feels really powerful. I'm amazed at how it's just like kind of coming together. I still need to get the links up, but if you email me and say, hey, I want just the room for 55, or I want to do the whole thing for 77, that's cool. So let me know. I've already had a few people do that. So excited. So excited. Okay, so to finish up with the cards, I forgot my something every day, right? Running around, all this is so much. I forgot my my Oracle sacred geometry cards that I have been using. So I decided to pull, in honor of Lala, some kitty cards. And they're really good. They're really, really good. The first card is the connection card. This is what we want, our tribe, that connection. The spirit cats remind us that we're not alone. We are a web of connection. Our attitudes, actions, energies ripple outward and touch people in ways seen and unseen. No single action stands alone. Each action, idea, and feeling is born out of countless influences and in turn has its own unique effect. We see this most clearly and dramatically in our innermost circle, but this also extends outward to humanity, the earth, and the universe. Our consciousness dances together, challenging, uplifting, teaching, learning, questioning, reassuring, inspiring, and loving. This is why we always want to be impeccable, because everything we do affects everything and everyone. It is all interconnected. Just remember that. And this card, this is the card. This is the Lilith. This is the energy that reminds us of who you want to be, how you want to be. This card is wild. Meet Samson. He is a shimmering concoction of wildness and strength. Look at that little face. I love it. He lives perpetually under the full moon. With limitless abandon, he races over hills, feeling the perfect harmony of his body, moving unhindered by thoughts, unfettered by beliefs of who he should be or how he should act. Samson is fully himself. Lilith! Without question or excuse, if you have been oh so proper house cat for too long, step outside, awaken your precious wild self, like Lala. Unleash your longings and join Samson under the moon's wild light. Be true to yourself. That is of the utmost importance. So that's it for today. Email me if you have any questions. I'm going to get those links up, but technology right now has been a challenge with my Wi-Fi situations. So the better gets, and there is enough love in the universe for you. Namaste.